In December, the South Bend School Board voted to outsource its custodial services, grounds management, plant operations, and facilities management operations. The deal was, over time, South Bend would save money because Southeast Service Corporation, also called SSC, would be able to take on needed maintenance and increase staff. School leaders said employees could transition to SSC if they wanted and get the same pay and benefits. But there are some who now have concerns. Paul Anastas is not afraid to share his thoughts.
I'm using my First Amendment right, and nothing should be held against me for what I am about to say.
That's Anastas at May's South Bend School Board meeting. He's one of about 160 custodial and maintenance employees that transitioned from South Bend schools to SSC.
I feel like they hear you, but I don't think that they really are listening to what you're saying.
Anastas says he wants the school board to terminate the agreement with SSC. He says the company isn't maintaining buildings and grounds like it promised. He claims SSC is not fully staffed and that it's difficult to do the job he was hired to do because corporate policies are getting in the way.
I think at this point right now, the contract has not been followed. There's no way that they can properly fund this contract. I think they need to go back where they were and bring us back into South Bend schools, and we can figure out, there were a few tweaks we could have done, but they did not allow us to do that. They basically just brought the company in and that was it. They washed their hands of it.
There are other employees like Anastas who aren't happy with the changes. SSC admits that about 30 employees haven't continued working with the company since the transition.
Not only is change hard, any transition of this magnitude takes some time and has its challenges.
Assistant Superintendent Karima Fowler says some of the complaints are likely because SSC's new system offers more accountability not only to the school corporation, but also to taxpayers.
I think people aren't used to that level of accountability. And that's tough. And it's not anyone's fault. It's not anyone's fault. But I think that's difficult when you're not used to that.
Fowler said previously the district was already spending about $18 million a year on custodial and maintenance work, and then also paying outside companies extra money for landscaping and some building cleaning. Now, according to the 34-page contract, SSC will do all of that, plus hire more staff and purchase and maintain vehicles and heavy machinery.
At the end of the week, they get this to me. This is their write-up of what took place during the week. And this is what we submit to the board.
SSC says it has hired 50 new workers and 12 management positions, added more than $2 million in new equipment, and has been reporting its progress directly to South Bend school leaders on a weekly basis. Fowler says now that SSC is handling the facilities and grounds maintenance, South Bend school leaders can focus on the students.
Here's the thing, the way the structure was set up before, principals were responsible for the custodians. We don't need principals responsible for custodians because that takes away what they're supposed to be doing in the buildings to get academic outcomes. We know that it's not perfect, it's a work in progress, but this is about kids and teachers being in safe learning environments. It's about shoring up on our efficiencies and being good stewards of taxpayer dollars.
Anastas is also concerned about taxpayer dollars.
They do work for all of the people of the city of South Bend. We all pay taxes. They're all there for us.
That's why he will continue to fight. He also has concerns about where the $18 million that South Bend is paying SSC is coming from. Fowler says it's coming from the General Operating Fund that was approved by the board in November. More on that in Wednesday's Operation Education. In the studio, Kristen Bean, WSBT 22 News.